Welcome back, everyone. My name is Tom, and this is Tom's Wrestling Collection. I'm going to be giving you guys a full-on tour of everything we've got going on down in the basement here. This is everything me, little broski, and big sister have collected over the last few years. I've been collecting for the last several decades, but it really went into overdrive once my kids discovered wrestling. So the entire basement now is pretty much just wrestling, and I'm going to be giving you guys the entire works here. So we'll start here with my Elite and Ultimate wall. It's also got the AEW figures and the Supremes, along with the current Superstars line. I'm as caught up on that as I can be. They're just really behind in this area with the Superstars line. So I'm going to wait it out. I'm not going to pay big prices. They'll be here eventually. But we've got up here Ric Flair, Roman Reigns, Sting, kind of a Horseman section over in this area. And we move on over here. Some more autographs. Roman Reigns, Paul Heyman, Stacy Keibler, Kurt Angle, Terry Funk. We'll go along the top here. You guys can kind of get a peek at all the figures, all the Lucy's I've got up here. Up in this area here, the Stone Cold and Bret Hart from WrestleMania 13. Dual signed. The Kane ring. Still mint and package. Up top here, we've got Damage Control. And then dual sign Shawn and Marty from the barbershop incident. Braun Breaker. Harley and Bob Backlund. More Roman. Sting and AJ and LA Knight up top there. Give you guys a little more run through here. We've got the Horseman 4-pack in the back there. Into the AEW figures. At one time I had pretty much all of them. I've been behind lately. I don't think I'm going to continue to collect everything. It just gets to be too much after a while. I have quite a bit unopened as well for autographs, and some that I actually do have autographed. We'll get to those. Here are the Supremes. AEW. We'll move on over here. We've got the Ultimates, the Cody Supreme. We've got the vast majority of the Ultimates. Not everything quite yet, though. I know I'm missing a Finn Balor. There's a few others I can't even remember off the top of my head, along with some that I do have pre-ordered on the way right now. So hopefully those start coming in pretty quick here the next month or two. We go up top. More autographs. LA Knight. Kind of the Hall of Fame list from WWE over the last several years. Got Seth Rollins, Cody, John Cena, Roman Reigns, Rhea. Well, we got Razor and The Fiend. Charlotte's kind of buried back there, but I have her other places as well. Art print of Rhea. I love that. Kane, Stone Cold, Batista, AJ. Another Cena, the Steiners, Charlotte, the Rock and Roll Express. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat and Jake the Snake dual signed. The Miz. And I've got quite a few of the 1 of 10 AEW Monday matchups. Kind of quit collecting them because I just don't have the room, but I've got about 15 or 20 of them up here. The lighting isn't great up in the stairwell here, so you're not going to be able to see all of them, but then I've got some custom prints by the Super Friends. They do these LJN type prints that are pretty neat. I think I've got a few more that I need to get up, but we'll get those soon. Mean Gene and the Midnight Express over here. Then this is my desk area, but we've got some items from a couple of events that I've been to. Tough for me to spit that out there, but we've got the WrestleMania. Me and Lil Broski were at that to see Cody finish the story. We were also, because it was in Chicago, at Survivor Series and saw the return of Punk. We actually saw the debut of Punk with AEW as well, so that was pretty neat. The Survivor Series patch right there, part of the ring. Triple H certified autograph. I've got up here the MJF. I don't have the chase yet, but the MJF with the poker chip. We were there when he won the Casino Battle Royal. This came with the priority pass for WrestleMania this year, this pin. And I've got some graded magazines. That's when Flair won the title for the second time. Flair's first magazine cover right there. This one has Shawn Michaels. That's his first magazine cover. It also has Andre and Hogan, and the Road Warriors are on this, and Ric Flair back there. So it's a pretty stacked cover. And I've got the first Survivor Series, the program there. And here I'm going to run down. This is a lot of family photos here. The World's Greatest Dad, that's one of my favorite pieces in the entire collection. I got it for Father's Day this year. It means the world to me that they got that for me. And here's a lot of family photos that we've taken with the wrestlers, or I shouldn't say family photos, but photos my family has taken with wrestlers. We're going to move up top. A few more autographs here before we move into the AEW wing of things. Autographs up top here. Quite a few. The Danhausen print. The House of Black, Bryan Danielson. Britt's one of the coolest people I've met. So nice, particularly to my daughter. More autograph figs up here. We got the Stinger. One of my all-time favorites. Orange Cassidy. Andrade. Now back in WWE. This is kind of see my chases and autographs. Figures going around here. Got the 2 arcade games. Not sure what I want to do with those moving forward. If I want to add more or get rid of these 2. But we've got the Simpsons and Dig Dug. Then just kind of a mixed bag of AEW figures down here. I keep the table up, quite honestly, because it's good storage underneath. Quite a few more autos and chase and rare figures. This is another one of my favorites in the entire collection. This is from 2022 FanFest. Brawl Out, actually. As far as big names on here, I still need MJF. I need CM Punk and all of the Elite. So still quite a few big names out there that I need, but I'm sure I'll get most or all of them eventually. That's about it for AEW. I do have up top here the flag signed by the entire House of Black. Handful more autos, Danhausen, Wardlow, Anna Jay. The chair from All Out 2023. Some more autographs, MJF, Bryan Danielson, Orange Cassidy, Bryan Danielson with Kenny Omega, Adam Cole, Dustin Rhodes, Cody Rhodes, Britt and Thunder. Back down here, this one's actually got Will Ospreay and the Switchblade on the same auto, so that's a pretty neat one right there. Pretty happy about that. On over to here. This is kind of my favorite section. This is where I hang out the majority of the time. I can kind of see everything. Up top, got a little Undertaker display. This is his first ever figure. This is the French version, actually. I do need to find the English version of this. I've got the Undertaker on an urn. That's a real urn that apparently is used. My buddy owns a funeral home. I asked him for one. He gave it to me for free, and I opened it up while I was in line, and it's used. I guess that adds to the story. A little late for me to find anything else, but so it is what it is. A couple more Undertaker autographs. Got the PSA slabbed piece. The AJ Moore WrestleMania 13 print right there. I love that. I was at WrestleMania 13, so that's a big one for me. Here are some of the AWA Remcos. The ones I have, they're not all mint, but they're pretty well complete, so I'm happy with them. And here's my Road Warriors display. The Remco still in pack. 3-pack with Paul Ellering. A couple of the classic superstars. Road Warriors Beckett certified autograph. Legion of Doom. The LJN collection. It's the wrong ring. This apparently is a monster ring. I didn't know it at the time. Ric Flair and Larry Zbyszko Remco 2-pack with the Ric Flair bobble. Some Hogan Funkos. Here is the Ghostbusters line of Mattel figures. Pretty neat set right there. And I also have, if you can see them back there, The Rock and Stone Cold. A couple of their first figures. Here is Sting's first figure, the Galoob mint on pack, or mint on card with the autograph down below. Down here we have, this is Dragon Lee's mask. It's autographed on the back. That's a Juventud Guerrero mask right there. Ken Anderson signed that. A Diesel glove and a Demolition mask. Over here, Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Of course, got to have the 2x4 signed. This is kind of a weird little piece I found. It came up as the very first Great Muta figure, along with a few others that I'm not very familiar with. Maybe even Jushin Liger's first figure. So I decided, what the hell. I bought it and I like it. It's a neat figure. Here are some of the OSFTMs right here. And back up into more of my Road Warrior collection. A couple of Hal Haney pieces up here. You'll see more of those with my Hogan collection. This one, I got that signed in person. One of my favorite photos ever is with my daughter and I with him. Starting into my Hogan area. Got Roddy Piper. Paul Orndorff. Got to meet the Hulkster with my little guy and the Nature Boy all together. This is a poster from WrestleFest 1988 in Milwaukee, my first ever wrestling show. I think it's a custom piece. I found it. Just a guy on the internet had one, so. Then into the full-on Hogan section. Autographs, Hal Haney art. Down here, some of the older figures. Coliseum collection, the new one there. Hogan and Rodman down below. Here's the rest of the Coliseum collections that I have. There's the weights. I found those. That's the only original pieces of my collection from when I was a child, are those weights. I found them cleaning out my mom's house a few months back. So we'll take a look first at the loose figures here. Got quite a few, but there's a long way to go to get them all. Hogan had so many. Has so many. He's still got a ton coming out. My Focos, mostly Funko Pop displays. Some graded Hogan magazines, lunch boxes. A WWF poster here. Signed figure. Chase figure. Another Hogan auto. And we'll go down to the belts. Got the Winged Eagle from the WWE shop. The NWO belt from the WWE shop. And then I've got down here the 2-pack LJN Hulk Hogan Hillbilly Jim. The Defining Moments Hulk Hogan. And then one of my favorite sets of the last few years, Hogan and Macho Handshake. I've got it both loose and mint on card. And then over to the LJN mint on card. I have 2 Hogans. This guy here is in the bubble is in much better shape, and it's an 8-back. And you come over here, the bubble is very yellow, but the card is in really good shape, and it's a 5-back. Then I have the Classic Superstars 1 of 3,000 Hogan graded. It's an 8.5, if you can see that. Then some more LJNs, mint on card here, including Beefcake graded. That's graded a 7. We've got Macho Man, Mean Gene, obviously the Beefcake. Jimmy Hart, that might be the most perfect card I have out of all of them. Nikolai and Paul Orndorff. Then the Classic Superstars collection that I have. I've got the majority of them that aren't, 1 of 100 or whatever they are. I know there's some really rare ones out there. That was really from before I was collecting the figures anyway, so not too terribly concerned with those. Move on up here. Got some autographs, and we're going to end it with the Major Wrestling Figure podcast display that I've got going here. Turnbuckle, Zack Ryder versus Matt Cardona. The Major Bendy's Big Rubber guys here. Got quite a few more of these on pre-order. Got both Super 7 series signed by both guys. Quite a few of the Bendys. The Macho Mans are really nice. I love those. And then a bunch of the stuff I bought off these guys from Whatnot over the last several months. A little bit of SDL in there even. And then some Major Bendy signed here. Myers, Cardona, Ricky Morton, Chelsea, Heath, Kinnick. And that's about it, guys. Thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. As you can see, wrestling is a huge part of our lives in this house. Thanks for being a part of it.